What is going on YouTube? So today I'm going to show you guys how I do my mid taper blowout method. I want to go over some key things. So first things first, I want to go over why we set a ball guideline. You set it right where the ear ends. That's typically my sweet spot. Then I balled it out, and then I set my next guideline. This is also a guideline, guys. Don't forget this piece. This is gonna give you a guideline for the shaver, which is right, which I'm gonna get into right now. I'm also gonna go over the pencil at the end, so if you stick around, I'm gonna give you guys a tutorial on how to apply the pencil as well. So yeah, so my client here, he has very straight hair. So the first things first, I'm going to do with my saber, I'm gonna open it up all the way to about an inch width. I relatively like to keep my tapers very low in the beginning, just so I can get that wiggle room, especially for room for error and stuff like that, because tapers, they're very unforgiving. If you go up too high, then you're pretty much screwed. You might as well just do a high taper at that point, so be careful, okay? Next, we're gonna go in with the one guard closed, and we're gonna set our next guideline. As you can see, I'm going a little bit behind the ear. That's just to create symmetry. You always want to create that symmetry when you're doing a taper. I always see barbers do the mistake where they only blend between the sideburn and the C cup, and then it looks like a dark line behind the ear. So this is a good way on trying to keep that symmetry all the way through. And now we're going to go in directly with the 2, and this is where I graze the C cup. This is how I keep my C cups relatively dark. I really don't like using enhancements like that. Not that I don't like using them, I feel like if the haircut doesn't need it, then don't use it. And this is what I was talking about, the symmetry. Always get behind the ear, use the corner only, and if you're unsure, just go in it with the clipper open. That's all you really need to do to get that symmetry down. Tapers like this, mid tapers, are all about contrast and symmetry. You can tell when a barber really cares about their craft when the whole haircut just looks like one, opposed to just looking like a blend, you know? And towards the end, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But here I'm doing the shaver. As you can see, I'm trying my best not to create another guideline, because with the shaver, it is extremely hard to get it out. So right here, I'm gonna line up behind the ear. This is what's gonna create that beginning contrast for me. This is what's gonna make that contrast pop, so that way I know exactly where I need to work on. If you do this right, you're gonna see the contrast for what it is, and then you're gonna be able to erase some of the dark spots. So right here, I'm just working that guideline that I made with the shaver. Obviously, this is gonna get closer than my clipper, so only use the corners. You know, take your time with it. Make sure you're not taking it up too high, and really take out that line before you move on. So before I do any more detail work, I start at the C cup, and I start at the highest point. This is where I typically like to do my C cups, that way I don't push them back, and then I maneuver it into the blend with my corner of my blade, and then I meet it at the bottom, and then I swoop it in to meet it right in the middle. This is what's going to give you that perfect C cup every single time. If you need to go up a little bit higher, go inch by inch, because the shitty thing about C cups is that you won't realize when you push them up. You won't realize until it's too late. So this is a great way to double check your work before moving on. So this is why I really like to emphasize my lines, because right here I'm just doing some detail work, and I'm going open close, and really what really matters with tapers is that bottom line. Anything else, like to me, if you can make that bottom scalp as wide as possible and as fluffy as possible, it's gonna pop more. This is why I always say, do your scissor work first in the beginning. That way you can create that structure, and you can create that foundation. Because for me, I never go past a 4 guard. you should never ever have to go past a foreguard if you're doing a taper, in my opinion. I guess it depends too on what the client wants, but for the most part, everybody that sits on my chair, they want some kind of bulk and some kind of structure. So typically whenever I do a taper, I always make sure I do my scissor work first, and then I blend. Okay, so if you guys want a full tutorial on my scissor work technique, comment the word scissor work in the comments down below, and I will gladly do one for you guys. I'm loving all the love I'm getting on YouTube. I really want to help you guys. I really wish somebody were to help me the same way that I'm able to help out now. So if there's any haircut that you guys want me to cover, please comment down below, any haircut, and trust me, I will see these comments. Okay, so if you guys stuck around this long, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And for the moment you guys have been waiting for, I want to show you guys how I do my pencil enhancements. I mean, for me, I didn't think this haircut needed to paint, so I do feel like to boost up the contrast, I do like using the pencil, and the beige one or the tan one is my preferred favorite. So I like to outline my C-cup first, a very light layer, and then I like to do little lines like this, like little lines as if I'm shading in. And then I also have to go behind the ear to create that sideburn. Okay, this is what's going to create that massive contrast boost. If you can get that scalp as wide as possible, you're gonna make that taper pop even more. So right here, I'm gonna get my brush, and then I'm gonna just brush in the direction that I put the lines in. Okay, so if I put them in right or left, I'm gonna brush out. Before I do that though, I'm definitely gonna texturize the bulk a little bit, or take off some of the weight. It is a little bulky, so I'm gonna go in with my texturizing shears and just work the area. As you can see, I'm not taking off too much and just being very cautious, because I'm not trying to mess up the contrast. It looks fluffy. This is what it should look like once you're done. As obviously I haven't blended it in with my brush, so for example here I'm going downwards, right, because I put the lines downwards, so I'm brushing downwards. Be very gentle, especially if your client has very sensitive skin. Be very gentle. Always ask your clients if this is like bothering them, because this could be a little rough. So right here I'm also doing the same thing. I try my best not to take off the lining towards the actual sideburn. I like to keep that a little lined up a little bit to kind of give the ash line effect. But yeah guys, this is literally it right here. So if you guys really like this tutorial and you want me to do more, I am more than happy to do more. Okay guys, if you followed all my techniques to a T, then this is what it should look like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.